Have you noticed how expensive groceries have gotten lately? Prices keep climbing, and every time there's a major storm or natural disaster, certain items just disappear from store shelves. We've all seen it happen. Empty aisles, purchase limits, prices that double overnight. The truth is, our food systems are more fragile than most people realize. Supply chain disruptions, extreme weather, and economic uncertainty are becoming the norm, not the exception. And families around the world have already learned the hard way what happens when you're not prepared. In this video, I'm going to share 10 essential foods that have proven their worth during real crises. These aren't trendy items or expensive specialty foods. These are practical, affordable staples that kept families fed when everything else failed. You'll learn exactly what to stockpile and how to store it properly, so your family is prepared for whatever comes next. Welcome to Crisis Horizon. If you find this information valuable, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more practical preparedness content. Make sure you stick around until the end, because I'll share crucial storage tips that most people get wrong. Let's start with the first essential: canned meats. During the pandemic, we saw meat prices spike dramatically. Fresh chicken and beef became incredibly expensive, and sometimes you couldn't find them at all. But canned meats, chicken, tuna, salmon, stayed available and affordable for those who thought ahead. Canned meats are packed with protein, which your body needs to stay strong and healthy. They have a long shelf life, sometimes years, and they don't need refrigeration. When the power goes out or stores run low, these are absolute lifesavers. Vacuum-sealed pouches work even better than traditional cans in many cases. They last longer, store more easily, and are convenient to use. A single pouch of canned chicken contains about the same protein as a fresh chicken breast, but without any of the storage hassles. Next, let's talk about honey. Honey is remarkable because it literally never expires. Archaeologists have found honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that's still perfectly edible after thousands of years. In 2023, honey prices jumped 40% due to various supply issues, but people who had already stocked up didn't have to worry. Here's something interesting. During Venezuela's economic crisis, people started using honey as a form of currency. When their money became worthless due to hyperinflation, honey held its value because everyone needed it. Honey provides quick energy without the crash you get from sugar, and it also has natural antibiotic properties. It's not just food, it's medicine too. You can use it to treat minor wounds and soothe sore throats without needing a pharmacy. The third essential is salt. Throughout history, salt has been so valuable that people used it as money. During economic collapses in the 1990s, salt was one of the few things that kept its value when currencies failed. Your body needs salt to function properly. It contains essential electrolytes that keep you healthy and energized. But salt's most important quality is its ability to preserve other foods. With just a small amount of salt, you can extend the life of meat, vegetables, and other perishables. Salt never goes bad, costs very little, and takes up minimal space. It's an absolute must-have for any food stockpile. Now, let's discuss dried beans and legumes. Beans are nutritional powerhouses. When you combine them with rice, you get complete protein, all the amino acids your body needs. 1 cup of black beans has about as much protein as a chicken breast. The shelf life of dried beans is incredible. They can last 30 years or more when stored properly. During the 2011 earthquake in Japan, some people even sprouted their dried beans with just water, creating fresh vegetables when produce was unavailable. A 25-pound bag of beans costs around $30 and can provide hundreds of meals. They're affordable, nutritious, and incredibly versatile in cooking. White rice is our 5th essential food. Rice feeds over half the world's population, and for good reason. When stored correctly with oxygen absorbers in airtight containers, rice can last 30 years or more. That's generational food security. During Hurricane Sandy, stores ran out of bread and pasta almost immediately, but rice often sat on shelves because people didn't realize how valuable it was. The key is proper storage. You need food-grade buckets with tight seals and oxygen absorbers. Rice is extremely versatile. You can eat it with any meal. And when combined with beans, it provides complete nutrition. Next up is white flour. Russia and Ukraine produce about 20% of the world's wheat supply. With ongoing conflicts and climate issues affecting crop yields, flour prices have been rising. Flour is the foundation of bread, pasta, crackers, and so many other staples. During the pandemic, flour disappeared from shelves as people panic bought everything they could. But now we're facing actual production shortages, not just hoarding. Hard grains like wheat can store for 10 to 12 years. Having flour on hand means you can bake bread and make other comfort foods even when stores are empty. Let's talk about pasta. After Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico in 2017, one family shared how their kids were crying at dinner, not from hunger, but from eating the same boring emergency food every day. When their mom made spaghetti with sauce, it completely changed the mood. That's the power of familiar, comforting food. Pasta lasts 8 to 12 years in its original packaging. It cooks quickly, uses minimal fuel, and goes with almost anything. Plus, it's incredibly affordable. You can feed a family for $1 or $2 per meal. The eighth essential is vegetable oil. Most people don't think about cooking oil when building a stockpile, but it's crucial. You need it for frying, baking, sautéing, and making dressings. Recent crop failures have impacted oil supplies, driving prices up. Vegetable oil stores for 2 to 3 years in cool, dark places. While that's not as long as rice or beans, it's important to stock up now while prices are still reasonable. During a crisis, oil prices can skyrocket overnight. Your body also needs the fatty acids in oil for proper nutrition, especially when fresh foods are scarce. Canned tomatoes are the ninth essential. When you're eating rice and beans day after day, flavor becomes incredibly important for morale. Canned tomatoes are the foundation of so many dishes: pasta sauce, chili, soup, stew, and more. Interestingly, canned tomatoes actually have higher levels of beneficial lycopene than fresh ones. They can last 18 months or more past their expiration date and still maintain quality. During the early pandemic, people grabbed meat and bread but often ignored canned tomatoes. Those who understood their value stocked up on one of the most versatile ingredients you can have. Finally, let's discuss powdered milk. During Lebanon's economic collapse, milk prices went from $3 to $25 per gallon. Fresh milk became a luxury, but powdered milk remained affordable and accessible. Powdered milk lasts 2 years or more and provides complete nutrition: calcium, protein, and vitamin D. It doesn't need refrigeration and takes up very little space compared to fresh milk. Being able to give your kids a normal bowl of cereal with milk during a crisis might seem small, but it provides comfort and normalcy when everything else feels chaotic. Now let's talk about how to actually build your stockpile. Don't try to buy everything at once. Start small and build gradually. Buy a bag of rice this week, add some canned goods next week, pick up honey the week after. This approach is budget-friendly and less overwhelming. Think of it as an investment in your family's security. A little bit each week or month adds up quickly, and within a year, you'll have a substantial reserve. Storage is critical. Use food-grade buckets with good seals for greens and rice. Add oxygen absorbers to remove oxygen and prevent spoilage. Store everything in cool, dark places because heat and light will ruin your food. For canned goods, rotate your stock. Use the oldest items first and replace them. This keeps everything fresh and also helps you get comfortable cooking with these foods before an emergency happens. Label everything with dates and keep an inventory. Periodically check for any damage or signs of pests. These simple steps protect your investment. Let me share some real examples of why this matters. In Venezuela, families who stockpiled food before the crisis could feed their children while neighbors went hungry. Those who waited found empty stores and unaffordable prices. Honey and salt became valuable trading items when money lost its value. After Hurricane Sandy, families with stored rice, beans, and canned goods got through weeks without power or store access. They didn't have to fight crowds or pay inflated prices at the few places still open. During the 2011 earthquake in Japan, people with dried beans were able to sprout them for fresh vegetables when supply chains were disrupted for weeks. The pattern is clear. Families who prepare ahead of time don't just survive, they do much better than those who don't. They have less stress, better nutrition, and peace of mind. Here's where we are in 2025. Natural disasters are becoming more frequent and severe. Power grids fail during storms, food prices keep rising, supply chains break down regularly. Economic uncertainty is spreading. This isn't meant to scare you, it's just reality. The systems we rely on are more fragile than we'd like to believe. The good news is that right now, food is still available and relatively affordable. You still have time to prepare, but you need to act while that window is open. Building a food stockpile isn't just about survival, it's about peace of mind. It's knowing your family will have food no matter what happens with the economy, the climate, or supply chains. You won't be the person panicking in an empty store or paying gouged prices for basics. Start today. Buy one
1 bag of rice, 1 case of canned protein, 1 jar of honey. Take that first step, then take another next week. When the next crisis hits, and there will be a next crisis, you'll be so glad you prepared. While others are scrambling, you'll have everything you need. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe to Crisis Horizon for more practical preparedness information. Share this with friends and family who need to hear it. The time to prepare is now. Start today and secure your family's future.